Hey guys, Ted Carr here from Fruit Living on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to these videos already, be sure to hit subscribe right meow, because these videos are going to be epic. And if you feel like unsubscribing later, go right ahead. But without further ado, let's get into this video on minimalism. Peace out. This is it, guys. Everything. You wanted to know about the clothes, you got the clothes. You wanted to know about the shoes, you got the shoes. You want to know all about everything. This is all about everything, bro. Literally everything I own. So, when I count 18 things, I count them like this. I say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's how I count 18 things. Shoes, I'm always wearing. My wardrobe is always in the closet or in my backpack, but I like to keep my backpack empty. Backpack I don't count as a thing because it's just like a container for the things. And these as well. These are containers for the things. Containers for the toiletries, containers for my money and phone, and a container for my passport and things like that, and a container for my laptop. So I'm going to explain why I own the things I own, and maybe before I go into that, you should see what I look like. This is me as of, what's the date today? September 2nd or September 3rd, 2016. I am 26 years old. I'm currently living in Vancouver, Canada, but I will be moving to Hawaii in the next 5 days. In the next week, I'll be moving to Hawaii, which is really cool. So everything you see here is things that I'm bringing to Hawaii to live with me for the rest of my foreseeable future. Having said that, I am leaving some stuff here at my mom's house in case I ever come back to visit, and those things are warm clothes. So like long johns and like a toque, or some people call it beanie, a longer sleeve shirt, a warmer jacket. But I don't plan on coming back here in the cold ever. It's just in case I do, for maybe like a business trip or an important meeting, or maybe like a festival or a speaking arrangement or something like that. But for the most part, everything I have here is for my day-to-day life, and it suits me totally for my lifestyle. Having said that, everyone's lifestyle is different. So minimalism looks different for everyone. Some people need to own certain things like work uniforms. Some people need to own certain things like a leash for their pet. Some people need to own certain things like a bunch of maybe baby supplies if they have children. But for me and my lifestyle, this is everything I own. This is all I need. And yet I'm still not like 100% totally satisfied. I'm not sure if I'll ever be 100% satisfied with everything I own. I kind of want to even have less stuff, but I've definitely gotten better. If you see my last video, I owned like 25 things. This video, I own 18 things. So I've definitely gotten rid of a few things. One thing I've gotten rid of is, when I say got rid of, I either give my mom, I say, here mom, here's a gift, you can have these, or I'll sell them on eBay. Some things I'm selling on eBay would be my Garmin watch, my Garmin computer, and I'll probably I might sell this external or give it to my mom, not sure. It's a pretty nice external, but I don't need it anymore. In the last video I was not sure if I should get rid of it or not. I definitely don't need an external, man. I think minimalism not only should exist in your physical, tangible world, but should also be a digital thing as well. I think we should all be digital minimalists as well. We should have, you know, as the least amount of gigabytes on our computer as possible, and that goes for cloud storage as well. I think our cloud storage could also be decluttered a bit, but those two are different videos. I'll talk about cloud minimalism and digital minimalism in another video. And for now, let's just get into this stuff right here. So, yeah, two things that you saw in my previous video that I no longer have now would be the external. That's either going on eBay or to give it to my mom. I'm not sure which one. And then this little iPod mini. I don't need it. It's waterproof. It's pretty cool. You can go swimming with it. But I don't need it. I thought I needed it like to go to the gym and work out and stuff, man. I have fantastic workouts without any music. I really don't need music to work out. So those are things I'll give away. Anyways, let's get into it. So I have a MacBook Pro. It's 13-inch. It's perfect, 500 gigabytes, all I need. I try and keep less than 250 gigabytes on it at all times. I just like to have the empty space, the free space for uploading files, music and stuff. And not music, videos. I do a lot of video editing. In this camera right now, in this camera right here, this G7X, I have a 256 gigabyte SD card. I wanted to get the 500 gigabyte SD card, but that thing was way overpriced, man. It's almost like 400 bucks. That's crazy. This 256 gig one was like 100 bucks, so way better deal. And then right here you see another SD. It's 64 gig. This is in case, actually I'm not sure why I have this. Ooh, realization on camera. Do I need a 64 gigabyte SD? Why don't I just use the one 256 gig I have? Well, because I haven't thought about it, and everything I own here I've thought a lot about, and everything I've gotten rid of I've thought a lot about, I think I'll just keep this for now. But just know that on camera you're watching a thought right now. Like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this or get rid of it. So let's put it back for now. But in the next video you see, I might have 17 things, and this could be the one that goes. Let's go from the top to the bottom. So computer, this is like where I get everything done. Most of my video editing happens on here. Next up, I have an external battery. This thing's come in handy quite a few times. The more I travel, the more in handy this thing comes. It basically, if my phones are low on battery, I can just plug them into this thing and this thing will charge them right up, no problem. Having said that though, it's better if the phone is turned off. If the phone is turned on and this is plugged in, the phone just like kind of like either stays at the same level or just the battery goes down a lot slower. But it's better if I shut the phone off, take a little break from the internet, electronics, and Snapchat, and YouTube and whatnot, and just plug the sucker in and let it do its thing. That's super important. So this thing, clutch, man, comes in handy so many times. Toothbrush, obviously no need to go into that. I think it's important to brush your teeth with toothpaste. A lot of people don't use toothpaste. I would suggest using toothpaste. This one is no fluoride. It's fluoride free, but every now and then I'll definitely borrow someone's fluoride, or if I'm traveling, I don't really want to bring toothpaste with me, so I'll just buy like a $1 thing of Colgate or Crest or something just to get some fluoride in there. And yeah, I don't think fluoride's super healthy, but I think in small amounts it definitely can strengthen your teeth and keep your teeth looking good and healthy. So might get some thumbs down for that, but straight up, it's just the experience I found after being raw vegan for 7 years, man. Using no fluoride toothpaste for the most part is definitely the way to go. Every now and then, I'm not afraid to use some fluoride. Razor, this thing is powerful. Definitely recommend this. I've had this for like 7 years or something, man. Like, it's like solid. It'll last a long time. So you can just rub it all over your face like on this part, and then if you want to get some trimming done, you just flick that up and get it done there. That's for like sideburns and stuff and under the chin. So definitely recommend that guy. Super clutch. The spoon, the papaya spoon, the coconut meat spoon. So I don't really want to be eating too much coconut meat anymore in the future. It's just not the easiest thing to digest. Even if it's super thin meat, it's just, I only want to eat like the goopy coconut meat. But even like the thin stuff, like the thinner stuff, it's just not optimal for digestion. You can see it come out in your poops. But the thin coconut meat, the stuff that's just like yogurt, like baby food, that's the bomb.com, and this spoon will help me get it. But for the most part, this guy right here is for watermelons and papayas. All melons, in fact, cantaloupe, honeydew, whatever. Floss, I think flossing is super important as well. Floss every night, absolutely. Passport, really, out of all these things here, the only thing you really need, well, I guess some money too, is a passport. So you can like do everything with a passport. This thing like is essential to have though. And mine's getting full, so I need to, as you can see, like every page has something on it. I need to get a new passport soon. When you get a new passport, definitely get the 10-year one. They have like 5-year and 10-year options. You might as well get the 10-year options. And if they have a thicker book, get the thicker option. I didn't think I'd be traveling that much. I thought I'd just stay put for a while. But no, man, this thing fills up big time, especially if you're doing like some visa runs and stuff. Passport, this is made out of a date box. Anyone can make one of these themselves. I just add some tape. This has lasted me about 3 years. This is 3 years old. Every now and then I just add some more tape to it, so it's all good. Super good. You can actually see like the ingredients and stuff and the dates. Or the ingredients, like the nutrition facts. It's hard to focus, sorry here. There we go. By the way, like whenever I'm focusing, like here's blurry and I go like to focus, that's using my nose. I just poke the screen with my nose. It's called nose focus. No, it's not called that, but I call it that. iPhone. Why do I have an iPhone and a Sony phone? Well, I'm building an app right now and I need to see how the app is working and looking in both iOS and Android. So I'm constantly like checking the app on here and then checking the app on here. Both of these were actually a gift to me. I did not purchase either of these. Thank you to my friend. I'm not sure if you want to remain anonymous or not, but you know who you are if you're watching. Thanks for hooking these up, man. They're two totally life-changing devices. Absolutely love them both. That's why I still have them both. But when the iPhone 7 comes out, I'll definitely be getting the iPhone 7. And I think in the iPhone 7 they said they're going to be having a black color as well. So maybe by the time you see this video, probably by the time you see this video, the iPhone 7 will be out. But as of right now, it's like September 2nd. iPhone comes out in a little bit. iPhone 7 comes out in like a week or something. So can't get that yet. But for now, this is like my favorite phone of all time, man. It's just so sleek. So beautiful, so sleek. Like The iPhone 6 has got nothing on the iPhone 5. Here, in fact, are like 3 things that the iPhone 5 can do that the iPhone 6 can't. Here's one. iPhone 6 can't do that. Here's 2. iPhone 6 definitely can't do that. And 3. iPhone 6 cannot do that either. Boom! iPhone 5 for the win. Cords. Not much to go into here except the way I wrap them. In my previous video I wasn't wrapping them properly. Someone left a comment, said, Ted, here's how you gotta wrap your video or cords. Wrap your videos. This is how you wrap your cords. Super easy, super minimal. Charger right here. I definitely recommend getting an extra battery for your Canon G7X. These things don't last a long time. Like they only last maybe like 20, 45 minutes tops, 20 minutes, 40 minutes tops, depending on what you're doing. So definitely get an extra battery. Here's the cord as well. This cord works both for my Android phone, the Sony phone, and the external battery right here. So one cord for both things. You don't need multiple cords. And this charger, wall charger, works for the iPhone charger as well, the iPhone cord as well. Here's how I wrap my headphones. I learned this trick a little while ago. So it takes about 15, 20, 30 seconds to wrap your cords like this, but they'll never get tied in a knot. So you can throw these in your backpack and pull them out and, just like, and get them, and they're still perfect. Charger right here for my Braun shaver. So that's that. That's everything I own. I will do a video on my wardrobe in a bit. Not right now though. And I'll also do a video on how I pack this stuff up in my bag. Not right now though. In fact, I'm gonna film them now, but they're gonna be a separate video. Otherwise, this video could be like 30 minutes long, and I don't want to make people want to feel like they're missing out on something. Or I don't want to make people feel like they're missing out on something if they don't watch the full 30 minutes. So I'll make the other videos optional. But as you can see, this is everything I own. Some questions I get. I'm not gonna go into too many questions right now, but definitely a question I get asked a lot is, Ted, what about soap? How do you function without soap, or how do you even get employed without soap? Well, I don't get employed. I really, I'm my own boss. If people want to pay me to do stuff, I'll do that. But I don't need soap for that. I never stink. You can ask just a lot of my friends who've given me hugs and stuff. I only stink really if I eat like super high fat diet. And I'll actually stink, funny enough, if I use soap. So I eat a low-fat raw vegan diet, low-fat fruitarian diet, and as such I don't smell because there's very few toxins. Toxins get stored in the fat, and if you're eating low-fat, then you have very little housing for toxins. Toxins just don't remain in your body. So when toxins don't come out, there's no scent really. But if you use soap, for some reason, whenever I use soap, it seems like it like clogs up the pores or something, because like the next day I'll go to smell, there's a little bit of scent. So I don't use soap anywhere, not on my hair, not on my armpits, not anywhere, not in any orifice or area of my body. Because whenever I do use soap, like the next day, a few days later, there's definitely gonna be some extra scent there. So it's like when you use chapstick, your lips become dependent on chapstick and they start becoming dry and dry more often. When you use a pillow, it's harder to fall asleep without a pillow after a while. You just become dependent on using a pillow. When you smoke cigarettes, it's hard to stop smoking cigarettes because your body becomes dependent on cigarettes. And when you use soap, your body becomes dependent on soap. And because you use the soap and then you start to smell. So in order to get rid of the smell again, you use the soap. And then because you use the soap to get rid of the smell, the next day you're actually more smelly. And same with shampoo. My hair is definitely not greasy. It's like very like fluffy and light. I don't use any shampoo. Whenever I do use shampoo though, it gets greasy. So very, very important not to become dependent on certain products or chemicals. The other question I got asked was like, Ted, what about like scissors and nail clippers and stuff like that? Nail clippers, usually I'd have them, but I realized like I only need to cut them like maybe once a week or something, or maybe once every 10 days. So I'll just borrow them from a friend or from someone, whoever I'm with, if I need to use nail clippers. I don't think that's necessary to have your own. If you're cutting them like every single day or something, or every couple of days, like some people like to be super trim with their nails, then yeah, own some nails. Scissors, I'll just reuse some scissors around if I ever need scissors. I'm not sure what I need scissors for. I'm not buying anything, don't need to cut anything up. Or I'll just use like grab a knife somewhere and just rip whatever I need to rip open with a knife. The other question I was getting asked quite a bit was about like a bed. Do I use a bed? No, I actually sleep on the floor. To be honest, it's preferred if I sleep on the floor. I sleep like this, just like a baby would. Babies don't sleep on beds. Babies don't have pillows. Well, babies sleep on beds, I should say, but they're able to sleep on the floor like that. And when they do sleep on a bed, they don't need a pillow. And even if I were like to sleep in a bed, I'm not gonna go buy a bed to sleep in. I'll just like rent it, like renting at a hotel or a motel or a Holiday Inn or, you know, at someone's house or something. I'll just rent the room. And I don't own a house either. If I'm gonna live somewhere, I'll just rent. I don't think you need to buy a house in 2016. It's just easy to Airbnb or rent around. Just the housing markets are just going up and down, up and down. It's almost like a lottery buying a house these days. And I don't know exactly where I want to be situated in this particular moment in my life. I'm not sure if I want to be living in Hawaii or California or Thailand or Florida or somewhere nice. I'm not sure. I'm always traveling around, but definitely excited to be in Hawaii in a few days with some friends. Actually, if you go on YouTube and type in like minimalism, like one of the top videos that comes up is from a girl named Elise from Raw Alignment, and the video's got like over 1 million views right now. So I'm gonna be moving in with her. So 2 minimalists in one house. Everything she owns fits in a bag as well. It's beautiful. She's an amazing girl. Go check her out, Raw Alignment on YouTube, and check out her video on minimalism. It's pretty cool that we both make videos on this. So that's it, guys. The next video I'm going to be going into specifics on my clothes, and in another video I'll be going into how I pack all this stuff up and how it all fits in my beautiful backpack right there. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and much love. See you soon. Peace out. So that's it, guys. I really hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Please, I really appreciate the thumbs up. Comment in the comments below with any thoughts and ideas that came to your mind. I learned so much from the comments. I scroll down and people are like, Ted, what about this? Or Ted, what about that? Or Ted, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. It's like, I learned so much from these comments. These minimalism videos are what I learned the most from. So thank you so much for commenting. And yeah, man, if you're not subscribed already, definitely subscribe. A lot more cool videos coming your way. Peace out.
What I like about eating a fruit-based diet is how much energy it gives me.
The number one thing I like about eating a fruit-based diet is the community of all these people. Super genuine, super passionate, and you meet these people and it's medicine for your soul. What I like about eating a fruit-based diet is I feel light, I feel energized, and evermore.